and push the stone roller in. The game deserve a ground that play it true. Roll the pitch, that is what we do. 5 o'clock and the dew still on the grass. I drag the roller from the shed behind the stand. My shirt already wet before the first pass, but the wicket must be flat before the captain hand. I've been doing this since I was 17. Every Saturday the same routine. The boys will come and they will play their shot, but nobody play on bumps when I am on the spot. Roll the pitch before the match begin. Flatten every bump and push the stone roller in. The game deserve a ground that play it true. Roll the pitch, that is what we do. The boundary rope is fraying at the end. I tie it off and stretch it round the field. Miss Thompson go to get in again last Wednesday. Eat the grass down to the dirt and would not yield. I chase it out and patch the bare spot clean. Plant some seed and water it by hand. This little ground is not Lord Cricket green, but it's the finest pitch in all the land. Roll the pitch before the match begin. Flatten every bump and push the stone roller in. The game deserve a ground that play it true. Roll the pitch, that is what we do. Nobody cheer the man who rolled the ground. Nobody call his name when wicket fall. But every straight ball that stay low and true is rolling on the work I do before them all. The sun is up and I can see the team arriving. White clothes and backpack coming down the lane. I wipe my forehead and I pull the roller sideways. One more pass and then I rest again. The captain walk out, test the surface with his boot. He nod at me and that is all I need. 20 years of rolling and a quiet salute. That little nod is worth more than you read. Roll the pitch before the match begins. Flatten every bump and push the stone roller in. The game deserve a ground that play it true. Roll the pitch, that is what we do. The game deserve a ground that play it true. Roll the pitch, that is what we do. Call it in the air before it lands. Heads or tails is how the game is planned. One coin spinning in the morning sun. before the match begun. Two captains standing in the middle of the green, one in white, the other one in cream. The coin go up and everybody hold their breath. It's spinning like it cannot choose between. The home team want to bat and set a score. The visitors want to bowl and take it cheap. But the coin is in the air and nothing's sure until the silver settle at their feet. Call it in the air before it lands. Heads or tails is how the game is planned. One coin spinning in the morning sun. The toss decide before the match begun. Delroy called heads because he always called heads. 30 years of cricket and he never changed. He say his father called it and his father said that heads is what the winning captains arrange. The coin come down and bounce upon the pitch. It roll a little sideways, then it stop. He bend down slow and look and then he grin. He won the toss again and he on top. Call it in the air before it lands. Heads or tails is how the game is planned. One coin spinning in the morning sun. The toss decide before the match begun. Some say cricket is a thinking person game. Every move you make is part of a bigger frame. But the first move is the one that luck decide, and the captain learned to take it all in stride. He'd point out to the boundary and he'd say, we batting first. The team cheer loud and start to pad them up. The visitors just shrug and bowl and do their worst, because the toss is done and you cannot interrupt. The umpire writes it down inside his book. The scorer sharpen up her pencil lead. The crowd is settling in with every look, and the match begins with one small coin that led. Call it in the air before it lands. Heads or tails is how the game is planned. One coin spinning in the morning sun. The toss decide before the match begun. One coin spinning in the morning sun. The toss decide before the match begun. First over of the day, the ball is new. Shine it on your trouser leg and let it flew. The batsman waiting with his eye like stone. First over and the batter set the tone. The bowler mark his run up from the tree. 14 steps and a skip before the crease. He wiped the ball and hold it to the seam. The batsman tapped the ground and find his piece. The field is set with slip and gully and swing away. The batsman let it go with just a nod. The keeper take it clean and throw it back. The bowler catch it, walking like a god. The second ball come in a little straighter. The bat come down and block it dead and still. The crowd is quiet like they're watching something greater than a game upon an ordinary hill. First over of the day, the ball is new. Shine it on your trouser leg and let it flew. The batsman waiting with his eye like stone. First over and the battle set the tone. 6 ball in a over 6 chance to prove that the morning belonged to the one who moved. The bowler and the batsman eye to eye, 2 village men beneath the village sky. The third ball short and the batsman pulled it hard. It raced across the ground and hit the board. The crowd erupt and children run the boundary, and the score a market for upon the card. The bowler up the ball and walked back slow. He know the battle just begin today. 5 more over with a new ball in the show, and everything to prove and everything to play. First over of the day, the ball is new. Shine it on your trouser leg and let it flew. The batsman waiting with his eye like stone. First over and the battle set the tone. First over and the battle set the tone. The batsman waiting with his eye like stone. First over and the battle set the tone. Into the cave, the ball gone far, over the boundary, past the car. The biggest hits this season bring into the cane and hear the people sing. The bowler drop it short and the batsman see it early. He rocked back on his heel and the bat come round like thunder. The ball take off and everybody watching as it's sailing over mid-wicket going under. The fielder at the boundary turn and chase, but the ball already clear him by a mile. It drop into the sugar cane without a trace, and the whole ground break into a smile. Into the cave, the and show it to the crowd. Meanwhile, the batsman walking calm between the crease, his partner tapping bat and saying, "Well done." The bowler standing with his hand upon his hip, pretending like the shot was not a good one. Into the cane, the ball gone far, over the boundary, past the car. The biggest hit this season bring, into the cane and hear the people sing. Every village have a story of the one, the shot that traveled further than the setting sun. And 50 years from now, the old men go and say, "I was there, the afternoon it fly away." They find the ball and bring it back with sugar leaf. The bowler rub it clean and walk back to his mark. The batsman grinning, but he know the game is long, and one big shot alone will never leave a mark. But the crowd remember and score, write it down. 6 run with a circle and a star, and the boy who finds the ball will tell his children the day they saw it land into the cane that far. Into the cane, the ball gone far, over the boundary, past the car. The biggest hit this season bring, into the cane and hear the people sing. Into the cane and hear the people sing. The biggest hit this season bring, into the cane and hear the people sing. Lunch under the pavilion, where the zinc roof shade, rice and chicken on a paper plate they made. The game can wait, the belly cannot lie. Lunch under the pavilion and the afternoon is high. The umpire pulled the bells and said the interval begin. The players walking off and wiping sweat. Miss Gloria set the table by the pavilion wall, the biggest spread that any match day gets. Curry goat and rice and a pot of stewed peas, planting frying in a pan beside the door. She been cooking since the morning on her knees, and the team will eat until they cannot eat no more. Lunch under the pavilion, where the zinc roof shade, rice and chicken on a paper plate they made. The game can wait, the belly cannot lie. Lunch under the pavilion and the afternoon is high. under the pavilion, where the zinc roof shade, rice and chicken on a paper plate they made. The game can wait, the belly cannot lie. Lunch under the pavilion, and the afternoon is high. The women who prepare the food don't play the game, but the match would stop without them all the same. No lunch, no cricket, that's the simple truth. Miss Gloria is the reason for the youth. A dog come under the table looking for a bone. The children throwing bread and laughing hard. The captain leaned back in a plastic chair alone, going over field positions on a card. The sun is high and nobody wanna move. The shade is sweet, the breeze is coming through, but the umpire checking watch and clear his throat, and the game is calling everybody back into the groove. Lunch under the pavilion, where the zinc roof shade, rice and chicken on a paper plate they made. The game can wait, the belly cannot lie. Lunch under the pavilion, and the afternoon is high. The game can wait, the belly cannot lie. Lunch under the pavilion, and the afternoon is high. The umpire say out, and the man is out. No appeal, no argument, no shout. He raised the finger and the world goes still. The umpire word is law upon this hill. Mr. Barnett been the umpire 40 years. He stand there in his white hat, rain or shine. He never smile and he never show no fear, and his finger is the final bottom line. The bowler appeal and the crowd appeal with him, the keeper jumping and the slip man too. But Mr. Barnett take his time and rub his chin and raise his finger when he know it true. The umpire say out, and the man is out. No appeal, no argument, no shout. He raised the finger and the world goes still. The umpire word is law upon this hill. The batsman standing there and cannot believe. He shake his head and point down at the ground. He say the ball pitch outside, and it cleave away from leg and never make a sound. But Mr. Barnett look him in the eye and point toward the pavilion gate. The batsmen know there's nothing left to try, so he duck his bat and walk and accept his fate. The umpire say out, and the man is out. No appeal, no argument, no shout. He raised the finger and the world goes still. The umpire word is law upon this hill. A man who judge must stand alone all day between two teams who want to have their way, cannot please them both, and so he pleads the truth and truth is what he sees from the booth. After the match, the arguments begin at the rum bar and the corner shop and gate. But Mr. Barnett walking home with his hat pinned straight back and steady at 8:15. He know that some decision hard to take, but the game would fall apart without the call. And the man who wear the hat must never shake, because the umpire hold the game above them all. The umpire say out, and the man is out. No appeal, no argument, no shout. He raised the finger and the world goes still. The umpire word is law upon this hill. He raised the finger and the world goes still. The umpire word is law upon this hill. Last over and the light is running low. 7 run to win and the whole ground want to know, can they chase it down before the day is through? Last over and the match come down to you. The shadow stretching long across the crease. The bowler at the top of his run, looking tired. The batsman tapping and he's searching for his piece. 7 run to win and the whole village wired. The first ball come and he defended straight. The crowd grown low and shake their head inside. The second ball he drive it through the gate, and 2 run come and the fielder barely tried. Last over and the light is running low. 7 run to win and the 7 run to win, and the whole ground want to know, can they chase it down before the day is through? Last over and the match come down to you. 5 more to get and 4 more ball to bowl. The bowler wiped his face and walked back far. He running hard and pitch it at the soul. The batsman edge it and the keeper take the job, but the umpire say not out and the fielding team protest. The batsman stand his ground and breathe again. 3 ball left and 5 run from the best, and the evening air is thick with sweet and pain. Last over and the light is running low. 7 run to win and the whole ground want to know, can they chase it down before the day It racing to the boundary and the crowd upon their feet. The field you dive and get a hand between, but the ball roll over and the four make the beat sweet. 1 to win and 1 ball left to throw. The bowler running in with everything he owned. The batsman swing and miss and the ball go low, and through the keeper let the bye send everybody home. Last over and the light is running low. 7 run to win, 7 run to win. And the whole ground want to know, can they chase it down before the day is through? Last over and the match come down to you. Can they chase it down before the day is through? Last over and the match come down to you. Walk home in the evening after the match is done, replaying every ball beneath the copper sun. The bag on the shoulder and the grass stain on the knee. Walk home through the village feeling free. The stumps pull out and the scorer close her book. The umpire fold his coat and tip his hat. The ground is empty with a tired and beaten look, and the only thing remaining is the track where people sat. We gather up the gear and lock the shed and start the long walk down the village lane. The talk is loud and everything is said about the catch, the miss, the run, the play. And walk home in the evening after the match is done, replaying every ball beneath the copper sun. The bag on the shoulder and the grass stain on the knee. Walk home through the village feeling free. Delroy said the umpire blind from birth, and the LBWE was never hitting a leg. But Michael said the ball was worth every run it took, and there is nothing left to beg. The argument go back and forth and around like every Saturday before, and everyone to come. Nobody ever win, but in the sound of friends disputing is the beating of a drum. Walk home in the evening after the match is done, replaying every ball beneath the copper sun. The bag on the shoulder and the grass stain on the knee. Walk home through the village feeling free. The game is over, but the game is never done. It live inside the story, and the telling make it run. From father mouth to son and son to son, the village cricket match beneath the setting sun. We pass the shop and wave at Miss Irene. She watching from her window like she always do. The street light coming on with yellow and green, and the evening settled down with nothing new. I turn into my gate and drop my bag. My woman on the step with dinner getting cold. She asks me how the match go, and I brag a little more than the truth should be told. Walk home in the evening after the match is done, replaying every ball beneath the copper sun. The bag on the shoulder,